The auto industry is changing fast, and Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Chrysler are making huge moves to survive. From electric muscle cars to radical off-road beasts, and even surprise comebacks, the future of these iconic brands is wilder than you think. Stellantis, the parent company of Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Chrysler, is betting big on the future. But what does that mean for these legendary American brands? Will Dodge go fully electric? Is Jeep bringing back an icon? And what's next for the mighty Ram trucks? Stick around, because some of these reveals will blow your mind. Dodge, the end of an era and a shocking new beginning, marks a pivotal moment in the history of one of America's most iconic automakers, signaling both the conclusion of a legendary chapter and the dawn of an exciting, bold new direction. For decades, Dodge has been synonymous with raw power, unrelenting muscle, and a rebellious spirit that defied industry trends. With vehicles like the Charger, Challenger, and the fire-breathing Hellcat lineup, Dodge cultivated a dedicated fan base enamored with its unapologetic approach to performance. However, in an era increasingly shaped by electrification, sustainability, and evolving consumer demands, the brand stands at crossroads. The end of an era speaks to the discontinuation of beloved gas-powered models that have long defined Dodge's identity, marking the departure of roaring V8 engines and supercharged beasts that shook the asphalt. But rather than fading into history, Dodge is embracing a shocking new beginning, literally and figuratively. With the unveiling of the all-electric Dodge Charger Daytona SRT and the promise of high-performance EVs that preserve the brand's aggressive DNA, Dodge is proving that muscle doesn't have to mean gasoline. Instead of retreating, the brand is charging forward with electrified powertrains that promise to deliver the thrill, torque, and speed enthusiasts crave, all while adapting to the demands of the modern automotive landscape. This dramatic shift isn't just about survival, it's about evolution. Dodge's bold transition aims to redefine what muscle cars can be in a new era, ensuring that performance and innovation continue to coexist. While the departure of traditional gas guzzlers may be bittersweet for purists, the next generation of Dodge vehicles promises to honor the past while electrifying the future in ways we never imagined. Jeep, electrifying the trail, represents a groundbreaking evolution for one of the most legendary off-road brands in automotive history. Jeep has long been synonymous with adventure, rugged capability, and an unbreakable spirit of exploration. But now, it's embracing a new kind of power, electrification. As the world shifts towards sustainable mobility, Jeep is proving that going electric doesn't mean sacrificing the grit and toughness that built its reputation. With the introduction of plug-in hybrid models like the Wrangler 4xe and Grand Cherokee 4xe, Jeep has already begun its journey into electrification, offering enhanced torque, improved fuel efficiency, and silent yet powerful off-road performance. But the real revolution comes with the arrival of fully electric models like the highly anticipated Jeep Recon and Wagoneer S, designed to take Jeep's legendary capability into the future with zero emissions. The idea of an all-electric Jeep may have once seemed far-fetched, but advancements in battery technology and electric drivetrains have made it possible to create vehicles that deliver instant torque, extended range, and even greater off-road capability than their gas-powered predecessors. Features like terrain management systems optimized for electric power, regenerative braking that enhances efficiency on the trail, and water-sealed batteries for deep-water fording ensure that Jeep's electric future remains true to its rugged roots. This shift is more than just an adaptation to industry trends. It's a bold commitment to sustainability without compromising the thrill of adventure. With Jeep leading the charge, literally, the trails of tomorrow will be just as wild, just as untamed, and now, even more electrifying. Ram, the electric truck war heats up, signals a fierce new battleground in the evolving automotive landscape, where electrification is no longer a niche, but a necessity. For years, Ram has built its reputation on brute strength, uncompromising capability, and a commitment to innovation, dominating the truck segment with models that blend power, durability, and cutting-edge technology. But now, as the industry pivots toward electrification, Ram is stepping into the ring with its most ambitious challenge yet, taking on the rapidly growing electric truck market. With competitors like the Ford F-150 Lightning, Chevrolet Silverado EV, Rivian R1T, and Tesla Cybertruck making waves, Ram is refusing to be left behind. The highly anticipated Ram 1500 REV is more than just an electric truck, it's a statement. Designed to push boundaries, it promises staggering power, long-range capabilities, and advanced technology tailored to the needs of modern truck buyers. With a bold, aggressive design, cutting-edge battery technology, and features like bidirectional charging and off-road-ready capability, Ram is ensuring that electrification enhances, rather than diminishes, the essence of what makes a Ram truck great. But perhaps the most exciting development is the Ram 1500 Rev XR, a range-extended model that could eliminate range anxiety and set a new standard for electric truck versatility. As the battle intensifies, Ram's entry into the EV war is set to shake up the competition, proving that electrification and heavy-duty performance can go hand in hand. In this high-stakes showdown, Ram is not just aiming to compete. It's looking to lead, redefining what an electric truck can be and pushing the limits of what's possible on the road and the job site. Chrysler, reinventing itself, again marks yet another dramatic transformation for one of America's most storied automotive brands. Once a pillar of luxury sedans and minivans, Chrysler has weathered decades of reinvention, navigating shifts in consumer preferences, economic downturns, and corporate shakeups. Now, as the industry undergoes its biggest transformation yet, electrification, Chrysler is preparing for a bold, all-electric future that will redefine its identity once more. Once known for iconic models like the 300 sedan and the town and country minivan, Chrysler now finds itself at a crossroads, with a streamlined lineup and an urgent need to re-establish its place in the modern automotive world. The upcoming Chrysler Airflow concept, a sleek, high-tech electric SUV, teases a future where Chrysler isn't just surviving, but thriving as a leader in premium electric mobility. With a focus on cutting-edge design, advanced driver assist technologies, and seamless connectivity, Chrysler is aiming to appeal to a new generation of drivers while maintaining the refinement and comfort that defined its past successes. The brand's shift toward electrification is part of a larger vision under parent company Stellantis, which is committed to making Chrysler fully electric by 2028. While the road ahead is uncertain, Chrysler has a long history of reinvention, proving time and time again that it can adapt, evolve, and emerge stronger than before. This latest reinvention might just be its most important yet, setting the stage for an electrified future where Chrysler once again becomes a household name. Not for what it was, but for what it's becoming. Stellantis' secret weapon, the Hurricane twin-turbo i6 engine, is a game-changer in the world of internal combustion, proving that innovation in traditional engines isn't dead just yet. At a time when the industry is shifting toward electrification, Stellantis has unveiled a powertrain that challenges the idea that bigger is always better. The Hurricane 3.0L twin-turbo inline-six is designed to replace aging V8s, offering more power, better efficiency, and fewer emissions, all without sacrificing performance. Available in two variants, a standard output SO with around 420 horsepower and a high output HO, pushing over 500 horsepower. This engine delivers serious muscle while being up to 15% more fuel efficient than traditional V8s. But what makes the Hurricane truly special is its lightweight design, compact packaging, and forced induction, allowing for instant power delivery and high torque at low RPMs, perfect for trucks, SUVs, and performance vehicles alike. It's already making its way into models like the Jeep Wagoneer and Ram 1500, with more applications expected across Stellantis brands. The Hurricane engine represents a bold step forward, proving that Stellantis isn't just looking to the future with EVs, but is also refining the present with smarter, more efficient combustion technology. In an era where V8s are slowly fading, the Hurricane is the perfect storm, delivering power, efficiency, and durability in a package that could keep the thrill of internal combustion alive for years to come. Jeep's biggest threat, the Ford Bronco and Scout Fight Back, signals a brewing battle in the off-road world, where Jeep, long the undisputed king of adventure, now faces serious competition from two revived legends, the Ford Bronco and the upcoming Volkswagen-backed Scout brand. For decades, Jeep's Wrangler has ruled the rugged terrain, dominating trails, deserts, and mountains with its unmatched 4x4 capability and deep-rooted heritage. But Ford's resurrection of the Bronco has turned heads, proving that Jeep isn't the only game in town. With a retro-cool design, advanced off-road tech, and multiple trims, including the rock-crawling Bronco Raptor, Ford has given adventure seekers a fresh alternative with modern features that even Jeep fans have taken notice of. The battle doesn't stop there. Scout, the legendary nameplate once known for producing hardcore off-roaders in the 60s and 70s, is making a comeback as an all-electric SUV and pickup brand under Volkswagen. Slated for release in 2026, Scout aims to blend rugged capability with zero-emission powertrains, directly challenging Jeep's electrification efforts. While Jeep still holds the crown with its vast aftermarket support, iconic styling, and unbeatable trail-rated pedigree, it can no longer afford to rest on its legacy. With Bronco already making waves and Scout promising to bring a new level of competition, Jeep must continue innovating, pushing boundaries with electrification, technology, and performance to stay ahead in the off-road arms race. One thing is certain: the trail is no longer Jeep's alone, and the competition is only getting fiercer. Chrysler's last chance. Can the Airflow save the brand? Highlights the high stakes facing one of America's most iconic yet struggling automakers. Once a powerhouse of innovation and luxury, Chrysler has seen its lineup dwindle to just a few models, relying heavily on the aging Chrysler 300 and the Pacifica minivan to stay relevant. With the industry rapidly shifting toward electrification and advanced technology, Chrysler is at a crossroads. It can either reinvent itself or risk fading into obscurity. Enter the Chrysler Airflow, a sleek, all-electric SUV concept designed to bring the brand into the future. Boasting a modern, aerodynamic design, a high-tech interior with advanced connectivity, and a powerful electric drivetrain with an estimated 400-mile range, the Airflow is Chrysler's best chance to reclaim its place in the market. If it makes it to production in a form similar to the concept, it could serve as Chrysler's entry into the hotly contested EV SUV space, where competition from Tesla, Ford, GM, and new startups is already fierce. However, one vehicle alone may not be enough to turn things around. Chrysler needs a full lineup of compelling, innovative models to secure its future. With Stellantis committing to making Chrysler fully electric by 2028, the Airflow could be the first step in that transformation. But will it be enough to revive the once great brand? Or is it too little, too late? Chrysler's fate now rests on whether the Airflow can generate the excitement, sales, and momentum needed to keep the brand alive in the electric era. Stellantis' billion-dollar BET. Can they afford the EV transition? Explores one of the biggest gambles in the automotive industry today: Stellantis' aggressive push toward electrification in an era of uncertainty. As global regulations tighten, consumer demand shifts, and competition intensifies, Stellantis, the parent company of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Peugeot, Fiat, and more, is betting billions on an all-electric future. The company has committed over $35 billion to EV development, battery technology, and software innovation through 2025, with a goal of making 50% of its U.S. sales and 100% of its European sales electric by 2030. But the question remains: can they afford it? Unlike competitors such as Tesla, GM, and Ford, which have already launched multiple high-volume EVs, Stellantis has been slower to roll out electric models in North America. However, it has ambitious plans, including the Ram 1500 REV, Dodge Charger Daytona SRT EV, Jeep Recon, and Chrysler Airflow, alongside a robust lineup of European EVs under brands like Peugeot, Fiat, and Citroën. The challenge? High production costs, uncertain consumer adoption rates, and supply chain volatility, all while balancing the profitability of its traditional gas-powered vehicles, which still generate the bulk of its revenue. While Stellantis has a strong global presence, diverse brand portfolio, and advanced battery partnerships, the transition to EVs is a high-stakes game where failure could mean falling behind permanently. The company must not only produce competitive, high-quality EVs, but also ensure they're affordable, reliable, and desirable in a market still adjusting to the electric revolution. If Stellantis executes its strategy correctly, it could emerge as a dominant force in the EV era. If not, it risks being outpaced by rivals who are already leading the charge. The next few years will determine whether this billion-dollar bet pays off or becomes a costly miscalculation. Stellantis' secret weapon, global domination, highlights how the automotive giant is positioning itself as a powerhouse in the global market, leveraging its massive brand portfolio, technological advancements, and strategic electrification plans to outmaneuver competitors. Formed in 2021 from the merger of Fiat Chrysler Automobiles, FCA, and PSA Group, Stellantis is now the fourth largest automaker in the world, overseeing 14 brands that range from American muscle, Dodge, to European luxury, Maserati, to practical everyday vehicles, Peugeot, Citroën, and Fiat. This vast reach across North America, Europe, South America, and emerging markets gives Stellantis a unique advantage. Global scale with regional flexibility. While some automakers focus heavily on a single region, Stellantis is playing a different game, expanding its EV and hybrid lineup in Europe, doubling down on trucks and SUVs in North America, and growing its market share in South America and Africa. With ambitious plans to invest over $35 billion into electrification, software, and new mobility solutions, the company is rolling out vehicles tailored to different markets, from the Ram 1500 REV in the US to the Peugeot E208 in Europe. Its multi-platform strategy is another ace up its sleeve. By developing modular vehicle architectures, such as the STLA Small, Medium, Large, and Frame platforms, Stellantis can build a diverse range of vehicles efficiently and cost-effectively, ensuring that everything from compact city cars to heavy-duty trucks is future-proof for the EV era. But the road to dominance isn't without challenges. Stellantis must navigate intense competition, rising production costs, and shifting consumer preferences while ensuring its brands remain distinct and relevant. However, with strong leadership, an aggressive electrification roadmap, and a diverse brand arsenal, Stellantis isn't just competing. It's aiming to reshape the global auto industry. If executed correctly, its secret weapon isn't just a car or a technology. It's the ability to play on a global chessboard, adapting and conquering in ways its rivals can't. Stellantis versus Ford and GM. Who's winning the truck and SUV war? Dives into one of the most competitive and high-stakes battles in the automotive industry. Who reigns supreme in the truck and SUV segments? Stellantis, Ford, and General Motors are locked in a relentless war for dominance, each bringing its own strengths, innovations, and brand loyalty into the fight. Trucks. Ram versus Ford F-Series versus Chevy Silverado/GMC Sierra. For years, Ford's F-Series has been the undisputed sales leader, with the F-150 and Super Duty trucks commanding a massive share of the market. GM Silverado and GMC Sierra follow closely, offering a mix of power, workhorse capability, and modern tech. Meanwhile, Stellantis Ram 1500 has been steadily climbing the ranks, shaking up the industry with luxury-grade interiors, segment-leading ride quality, thanks to its coil spring suspension, and innovative features like the multi-function tailgate and Ram box storage. The upcoming Ram 1500 REV electric truck and Ram 1500 Rev XR range extender model are poised to challenge Ford's F-150 Lightning and Chevy Silverado EV, ensuring Stellantis remains a serious contender in the electrified future of trucks. SUVs. Jeep versus Ford versus GM. When it comes to SUVs, Jeep is Stellantis' greatest weapon, offering a blend of off-road capability, luxury, and heritage. The Jeep Wrangler has long been the king of off-roading, but Ford's revived Bronco is proving to be a serious challenger, pulling buyers away with retro, styling, and modern tech. Meanwhile, GM's full-size SUVs like the Chevy Tahoe, GMC Yukon, and Cadillac Escalade dominate the family hauler space, an area where Stellantis has struggled to compete until recently with the Jeep Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer. The verdict: who's winning? Ford still holds the crown in truck sales, thanks to its massive F-Series following. However, Ram's premium approach and upcoming electrification efforts are making it a strong challenger. In SUVs, GM leads in full-size offerings, but Jeep continues to dominate the off-road and adventure segments. Stellantis' biggest advantage? Diversity. With Jeep, Dodge, Durango, Ram, and Chrysler in the mix, it offers a wider range of trucks and SUVs than Ford or GM, covering everything from off-road warriors to luxury SUVs. As electrification reshapes the market, the battle is far from over. Stellantis, Ford, and GM are all investing billions into electric trucks and SUVs, and the next decade will determine who truly comes out on top. One thing is certain: this war is only getting started. The labor crisis, UAW strikes, and Stellantis survival plan explores one of the most pressing challenges facing the automotive industry: the ongoing labor disputes between automakers and the United Auto Workers, UAW, union, and how Stellantis is navigating this crisis to ensure its long-term survival. The UAW strikes. What's at stake? The 2023 UAW strikes against Stellantis, Ford, and General Motors marked one of the most aggressive labor actions in recent history, with workers demanding higher wages, better job security, improved benefits, and protections against automation and EV-related job losses. The strike disrupted production across multiple facilities, leading to financial losses, supply chain delays, and increased tensions between the union and automakers. For Stellantis, which operates under a leaner cost structure than Ford and GM, meeting these demands without significantly hurting profitability has been a delicate balancing act. Unlike its Detroit rivals, Stellantis must also manage its European operations and a global workforce, making labor costs a critical factor in maintaining its competitive edge. Stellantis' survival plan, cost cuts, and EV transition. To offset the financial impact of rising labor costs, Stellantis has taken a multi-pronged approach. Cost-cutting measures, reducing expenses across manufacturing, supply chains, and corporate operations. Investing in automation, increasing robotics and AI-driven production to reduce dependency on labor-intensive tasks. Accelerating EV production. With a $35 billion investment in electrification, Stellantis is shifting toward battery plants, software-driven manufacturing, and new energy-efficient facilities. Exploring new markets, expanding in South America, Africa, and China to diversify revenue and reduce reliance on North American labor constraints. The future. Can Stellantis weather the storm? While a tentative agreement between the UAW and Stellantis was eventually reached, the long-term effects of rising wages and job security demands will continue to impact profitability. The company's ability to manage costs while delivering competitive, high-quality EVs will determine whether it thrives in this new era or struggles under the weight of labor expenses. The labor crisis isn't just about Stellantis. It's a defining moment for the entire auto industry as it transitions to an electric future. If Stellantis can successfully navigate these challenges while keeping workers satisfied, it may emerge stronger than ever. If not, the company could find itself at a disadvantage against both legacy rivals and new EV startups with lower labor costs. Either way, the road ahead is anything but smooth. Stellantis stands at a crossroads, facing the most defining moment in its young history. As the global auto industry undergoes a seismic shift toward electrification, automation, and changing consumer preferences, Stellantis must prove that it can compete with giants like Ford, GM, and Tesla while maintaining its profitability and global reach. With ambitious EV plans, an evolving brand portfolio, and aggressive cost-cutting strategies, the company has positioned itself as a serious player in the next generation of mobility. However, massive challenges loom. UAW labor costs, rising material expenses, stiff competition in the EV space, and the pressure to deliver high-quality electric vehicles without alienating its loyal combustion engine customer base.